What's up everyone, Chris at Dentless Touch, back again with another paintless dent repair video. This time around we have this beautiful 2014 A6. Dent is on the left fender. It looks like it's 2 shots, but we were going to go ahead and remove that. I'm gonna walk you through that process and show you the challenges. Even though it looks like a small dent, it's gonna take some expertise and some skill to actually remove that aluminum panel. There's just a lot of different things going on with that repair, rebuilding the body line, stuff like that. But we're gonna walk you through that entire process, so stay tuned. Let's go. Before Dave gets here, I just wanted to share with you my thoughts and my approach if I was gonna work on something like that. So that way you can just get 2 different opinions or options, because every technician is different. They're just more familiar with certain damage, certain cars, certain way the metal is moved. But for me, working with aluminum from Audi, I feel like you have to at least be conscious of the edge. There's so much effort that needs to be put in when you're actually pushing that dent out. Studies show that it's like 200% more effort than steel to actually move that metal. And so, like, again, we'll get in more details about aluminum versus steel, and that's what we teach in our 2-day course, the difference, so you can just be aware, which actually changes the leverage point, changes just the overall reaction of that whole panel and how we push. So I would brace the edge. The edge is not impacted too much, but I would brace the edge just a little bit, or at least be conscious of it, and then proceed to push. I probably would use a cherry red tip on this, obviously heat, and I think that would give me enough bite, or it would be sharp enough but also blunt enough in the same respect. So that's my approach. When Dave gets here, we'll actually go over his approach so you can actually see the 2 differences, how 2 very skilled and experienced technicians work.
So obviously, just after my first assessment, I see 2 dents on the body line. The second larger dent also does kind of attack the bottom body line as well. So I'm dealing with a small concentrated area with 2 sharp dents on the body line. There is some major crowning and stuff like that I knew I was gonna have to attack. First things first, remove the liner, go ahead and see what access I'm working with here. How far does that bottom lip kind of come up? Is it gonna intrude or impede my actual access to the backside of these dents? Fairly open in this case. Was able to remove the liner, go ahead and get a very good amount of access to the backside of this panel here. So I did actually use heat. It is already hot and kind of humid in the area as well, but for the actual panel itself, I wanted a little bit of extra heat just to give that aluminum a little more malleability. I also, first thing I did was also use a soft tip to move, or kind of just move that metal towards the body line. Rule of thumb for body line dents is to attack the body line first. I did kind of want to just bring some of that metal a little bit closer and then go ahead and attack the body line, but with a soft tip. I did not use metal on metal first. I did use that later on. So this Audi aluminum, it does work really, really well. Kind of once it gets to a certain temperature, it will move with you. Some of the challenges I would have to say would be kind of that tearing that happens within the aluminum. It's something that we can almost, that we can't even prevent. It's just part of the process that happens when you're trying to repair aluminum. As you're trying to bring it back to its initial shape, the molecules within it kind of start to spread, and we see that within the light. Once we take the light off, you don't really see that tearing in the panel. It's only when it's actually illuminated by our LED lights that you see this minor aluminum tearing. That does obstruct your view and your highs and lows, so that can get kind of tricky as you're trying to repair aluminum panels overall. And in this one specifically with two sharp dents on a body line right next to each other. Tough one. I do have to say the main driver for this entire repair was the 22 heavy from Dent Dial. It's just a tough, stout flat bar, and what it allows you to do is actually put interchangeable tip, or it has a threading here for different tips, so it's interchangeable tip tool. The two primary tips that I did use was the R6 from Dentcraft. Just the standard red cap. They have a bunch of different sizes. I think a lot of the times we use an R4 for knocking down and pushing. In this case, I just used the R6. And then for finishing, I actually use this, I think it's called the Gator tip from Edgy Tools. This thing is money just because of the length of it. It gives you that reach to kind of get down into some of the tougher spots of the tight fender well as it's super sharp. So it's gonna help with bringing that aluminum up and be able to pinpoint those highs and lows.
All right, guys, that's it for the video on this Audi A6. Dave did an amazing job repairing this damage.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts, Dave?
No, fairly straightforward repair, as you've seen in all of our other videos. Another fender dent completed.
All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.
See ya.